We are live.
We are live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It is Wednesday, and we're not that late. I have not seen the show.
Nana has not seen the episode. I hate Wednesdays because I really have to work on a Wednesday. It feels like a proper job. Proper job, because I'm like, if I don't take correct notes.
Yes, I'm going along for the ride. This is one of those where we watched it so you don't have to, because you're painting the picture for me, because I have no clue what has taken place. I'm trying not to look at what you guys are writing. I have not been in our group.
No idea what's happened.
I don't know what has taken place. I want to follow along the episode ride.
Okay.
And we are reviewing Love Island season 12, episode 24. Okay, let's go.
So we open with Dijon asking if Ryan, so they're in the, like just chatting in the bedroom, and he's like,
okay,
so what, do you think you can take Shakira from Harry? And I was like, you're a little F-head, You're actually a proper F-boy. But then, to be fair to Ryan, he's like, innit? He's backing himself. He's like, he can, sort of thing. Yeah.
Is that where Ryan's head is at? Is he leaning more towards Shakira?
Ryan is leaning more towards Shakira.
Oh, Tony.
Oh. It's long for Tony.
Serious?
It's long for Tony.
Oh, okay.
I remember this is all like the day before her birthday, right? So, and then the girls are talking, and then they're asking Billy Kiss if she's going to follow up with Connor and Dijon, and she's like, obviously, both of them.
Yeah.
Like, subtext for me was like, listen, bitches, I'm not afraid of Meg. I'm going to talk to who I'm going to talk to.
Yeah,
sort of thing,
yeah. All of your men can get it.
That everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. And, she then pulls Connor. So they chat, and she's like, she's been enjoying getting to know him. He's really surprised her. His personality is really attractive. They're really vibing. They're really vibing.
Oh, okay. That's who I did.
He's like, he likes her smiley face, and then they have this silly, lovey-dovey conversation about. She's like, I'm not always smiling. I was like, woman,
we ain't
seen you not.
No. The girl has been on 10 with the smiles.
Like, you're not beating the allegations, but she was like, I'm not really a smiler, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. And then we cut to Meg and Helena. Meg is moaning because she's like, every time D goes off on one of these things, when he comes back, he don't really chat to me, and he acts weird. But me, I'm like, the reason for that is because you press the man the moment he's back. Like, you make it uncomfortable when he's going, and then you press him when he gets back. Obviously, he ain't gonna want to chat to you. But obviously, on top of that, he's playing the game as well.
Yes, yeah.
So I was like, to be fair and to try and be impartial, she actually has a valid point.
Because he starts acting funny, like, I want to get to know him, but you just must be patient while I do this type of thing. Okay.
And so then we got Helena, I think she was talking to Emily, and she's talking about she needs to speak to Shakira. And then she goes on about how she doesn't want to get between Shakira and Harry, but she's naturally moving towards Harry. And I was like, the way the words coming out of your mouth in no way, shape, or form align with your actions is actually wild. How can you be like, you don't want to get back with everything is telling the fact that you keep now pecking Connor.
Yes.
Man can't get a tongue. But you want us to believe
Harrison,
sorry.
Yeah.
Connor, didn't I? Sorry. Harrison can't even get a little bit of tongue anymore.
No. But you want Harry.
It's crazy.
So she's now moved on from Harrison and is more like, I've got that little chink in there with Harry. I want Harry now.
She's a mess.
Okay.
So depending on who she's talking to, she will be like, in this episode, I heard her say she wants Harrison, and I heard her say she wants Harry.
She wants Harry and his son.
Yeah, Harry and his son.
An absolute loose slag.
Yeah.
Slag.
She's like, but she's moving back towards Harry, but I also enjoy Harrison. You want the both of them?
You just want it all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Harrison pulls Tony, okay, and Helena is looking on worried, thinking like it's all going to kick off. He asks about the date. And you guys check me in the comments, because I'm certain when Harrison asked Tony about the date, she responded and said, it's not for me. But I wasn't sure because there was other things going on in the house. And so, But either way, I was getting the vibe that Tony was also withdrawing herself from Ryan anyway. Like, I think she could.
Oh, so she was like,
Yeah.
I mean, from the day, I weren't getting a vibe that Tony was smitten with Ryan in any way. I think he wasn't. I think she actually said that to him. Didn't she say, you kind of not my type? Like, I think, I swear she actually said, like, you're not, like, visually, like, you're not my type.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, she probably was like, no, I'm not even going to try and fight for this.
Fair
Especially against Shakira. I think she knows she can't win.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Which is fair. So she then asks Harrison what he had been up to whilst she was on her date. And my man starts stuttering from the jump. But eventually he tells her that he kissed Helena.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we saw in First Look.
That's what we saw.
I saw that part.
And
right.
so, look, don't get me wrong. I'm for Tony. I think Harrison is an F-boy. But I didn't really understand this line of questioning of, like, why don't you do it in front of me? Because I'm pretty sure that when he was flirting with her in front of you, it was problematic.
Yeah.
But now you're saying kiss her in front of me.
Because I think when they spoke, there was that's disrespectful that you're doing this in my face.
Yes.
And I was blindsided by this. So now you know there's a problem that they lipsed when she was out. I don't know why Tony is placing herself within this triangle with Harrison. Sack it off. Give him free. Like, just let him go.
It's ridiculous.
Other than him spelling it out, he likes Helena.
But I'm like, what more does he need to do? Well, no, actually,
he just needs to tell her.
What does he need to do? But he keeps stringing her along.
He says, but I still like you, and obviously they're still coupled up.
But you don't.
No, you don't like her, and you've told Helena this, and basically Helena at some point is probably going to tell Tony he ain't liked you for days. But Helena's a bitch, and so she may not. But have some respect. Like, don't let him mug you off. It's too many days now.
And so she then starts to basically just verbally abuse him. So she's like, she calls him a pussy. Says he's sneaky. And you know, but the line that I did rate was like, you know, she doesn't like you, right? You know, if he picks her, she's going. I was like, hey, that's cool.
Oh, working brain on him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She was like, Harry can take her from you.
Surely Harry's son knows this.
Well, the thing is, he does, because again, his reaction to that, it wasn't a like, no, he can't. It was a kind of like, like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Oh, and why are you going out like this? Is what for Helena? Have you guys seen her face?
It's mad. You know, it's mad because there was one scene where it was Tony and Shakira consoling each other. Then I realized, at the root of both of their problems is Helena.
Yeah, Tony keeps on saying it. This is what she does. Like, this is what she does. She's always like that. So the pair of them, and she's just playing with them. Like, I can do this to you guys. It's actually not okay.
So anyway, she's like, Helena can have him. I'm done. All right. So then we cut to Dijon and Meg and I believe Helena. And Helena's asking him how his date was. And Dijon is in some weird. I understand what Meg was saying about he comes back weird.
Right.
So he's there on the bed. Helena's in front of him. Meg is to the left of him. I think he's got like a ball thing, yeah. Helena's there, right? And she's asking him how was the date. And my man's looking over there, just with the ball up. Yeah. It's flying. Yeah. She's pretty. And it was just really weird.
So he's not directly talking to her.
Like, he's talking into the air. And I'm like, what weird juju?
I told you he was being weird from the date, though.
Yeah.
I think he likes her.
Well, so eventually Billy Kiss comes along and takes him to the fire pit. Meg's like,
what, in front of Megan?
This is why I like her.
Billy.
Right?
Yeah.
So Billy Kiss comes, takes him to the fire pit.
Yeah.
Harry's surprised, but Meg is looking worried. And even Harry, again, like, there's some undertones I didn't really like some things he was saying. Like, I know Meg is your brethren and you got to back your brethren, but it was just like, why are you worried about her? But listen, in all fairness to Meg is like, have you seen her? And it's like, Harry, you look stupid.
No, Harry, from her name, he's given me vibes of that dude that can be around a circle that will make nobody want a black girl. He gives me vibes of that. Like, that may not be his type. And I don't even know if it ain't his type, but there's something a little bit off from when he said her name.
Yeah.
I was like, it feels familiar. It feels like I've been in a space with a man like Harry before.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
There's something there.
Where it's like, nah, my boys can't be with a black girl type vibe is what I'm getting from him. Like, she ain't that beautiful. Meg is pretty. And it's like, Meg is not even in the same school area as, they're not even, they're not the same. They're not in the same spaces.
Well, you know, preference. Everyone's got their preference. But either way, Billy Kiss and Dijon are at the fire pit. And they're vibing.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of eye contact going on.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Solid eye
So
contact.
he's feeling the girl.
Like, he's feeling the girl. Like, even later on, she's talking to someone and she's saying about how, like, the eye... So she even said, like, she was vibing with Connor, but the tension and the thing with Dijon, the eye contact was crazy.
Okay.
So you know, they're sitting down and details are, look, you know, she's a really beautiful girl, blah blah blah. And then they're just, you know, they're having like usual chat. So she's talking about she's like a chatty introvert, blah blah blah. But all the while, it's just the eyes. They're just looking at each other hard. Do you know what I mean? And then Harry again, like, we keep cutting back to Harry, and he's like, getting on like a house on fire, isn't they? Sort of thing. He's the worst guy to have around. Like, the thing about somebody like Harry, he actually doesn't have any friends. He has no loyalty to anybody. Like, if he has an opportunity to make you feel like a sack of shit, he will do it.
He would do,
He will do it. So, you know what I mean? So we then cut to Shakira and Ryan, and the beginning of this shot is really weird. Like, it's almost like the editor forgot to cut the beginning bit off. So it's like Shakira's literally there, like, and then Ryan says something, and then she snaps into like,
now we got to talk.
Yeah. So it was like, that was I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but yeah, I thought it was a bit weird. So they were talking about the date, and he was saying how he was a little bit nervous, you know, and you know, that being because he really likes her. And saying that she's really interesting, she's really smart. That's one of the... And I liked what he was doing, because he was pandering to the fact that Shakira's a really intelligent girl, as opposed to like,
she's just
you're
pretty.
My type. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I dare I say it, I was warming to Ryan in this conversation.
Yeah,
I was warming.
So he showed more of a personality, because we weren't getting that. We were getting like, he's a bit of a,
not too much more,
but a little bit more.
I just like the fact that he was like, I'm talking about this girl's vibe, energy, and personality and intelligence,
as
opposed to
your fit.
Yeah. So,
and I think that would hit her more.
Yeah.
Like, I think she would appreciate that.
She knows she's a smart girl.
Yeah.
Even though she's made some dumb decisions.
Okay. All right, Ryan, coming with the flavour.
He asks about the situation with Harry, like, you know, what how's it landing, sort of thing. And she's kind of like, there's not much to say on it, sort of thing.
So is she still maintaining I'm done?
Well, it like felt a bit shaky at that point. Because you could have said, we're done.
Yeah, because that's what she said on the date.
But then you said, nah, there's not much to say on it. So to me, that's if I'm Harry and I hear that, there's a chink. There's an opportunity.
Basically what Giorgio said, give it time.
Yeah, there you go. You know, and so she, you know, she kind of, and this is what happens is like, then you start to kind of make quips about the person's behavior, which kind of almost lets it not be as much of a thing. So she's like, you know, he's 30 going on 13. And it's like, it's weird, but just when she said it, I just got this thing of like, you're starting to allow him.
Yeah. So you like him. So now you can justify like, oh, he's just a bit immature.
Right.
Oh, this is just Harry, but he's got good points and we had fun. And then before you know it, your lips in him again in bed.
Yeah. Basically. So Harrison and Helena, they have a chat. And basically he just reports back to her his chat with Tony. Did I cover that? The chat?
Yeah.
So he reports back to her the chat with Tony, basically her saying,
did he grasp everything?
Yeah,
Tony said, like, you don't like me.
You don't like me. She's like, that's her man now. Do you know what I mean? Like, so he tells her everything, and he's like, he wants her. She says she wants him to. Lies. Helena
is declaring to Harry's son, yeah, I want you as well.
Yeah. And then when she says it, he pulls her in, like really and truly, he wants to go for a kiss. But where they're sitting, they're in like open, so like literally Tony and Shakira are just, I think Tony and Emily actually, but they're just sitting watching like
like a TV.
Yeah. And so he pulls her in, like say, we know we wanted to kiss, but then they kind of like just do a kind of half hug sort of thing. And it's just like, yeah, bro, you've actually got no class. Like, just wait in it.
Just a coward. He's a pussy. He is. She called him a pussy, didn't she? Yeah. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He is. He's a child, really.
Yeah. So yeah, and again, like Helena again reckons she's not about Harry. And tells Harrison that Tony said Harrison is stupid for entertaining Helena. Like, just they're just going back and forth, and it's just like, I wish this whole messy thing will just end.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we are bored. We are bored. Then we cut to Yaz and Ryan, which is
Yaz? Oh, of course, Yaz. Of course, Yaz is in there trying to chat to Ryan.
Absolute filler. Right?
Oh, yes, okay. So they just had a dead chat.
Yeah, so she's asking about his type. He's like, I want somebody ambitious, blah, blah, blah. And he similar to Ryan, like he kind of lists attributes and characteristics. And then she responds by saying, but also sexual attraction is really important.
Oh, God, Yasmin.
Yaz is never beating the allegations.
Why? Just a constant comeback to sex. And you've only been doing it with two guys. Like, it's a lot. Maybe she actually just needs a good pounding. And then she would just stop.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
I don't think did Ryan even remotely?
No.
Okay,
no,
fair. So he weren't giving me that was his type at all.
Yeah. So we cut back to Harrison and Helena. They're still like just trying to snuggle. Like, it's like, you know what? At this point, just go to the flipping hideaway or something.
Yeah.
It's giving like teenagers out in the street horny and just trying to find an alley to touch each other. Do you know what I mean? All right, so they're in the corner, they're on the corner sofa, and then they finally kind of like snuggle up with each other. But they're doing it like looking out for Tony.
Like, where is she? Where is she?
Tony's gone, quick snuggle. So they snuggle, and then we cut to the wide shot, and then who do we see coming around the corner?
Tony.
And so the Tony kind of walks past them, and then when they see her, then they kind of like separate.
Oh.
And then Helena says something, and then
Helena loves a shady maneuver.
And then Harris is like, "No, I'm not scared." Like, I beg to differ. Because your actions are saying that you really are.
Oh,
that's exactly what your actions are saying.
Oh God, this is embarrassing.
The whole thing is just it's a shit show. So we get the montage of them going to bed. Helena tries to approach Tony. Like, so Tony's sitting in the chair and she's like a bit tearful sort of thing. Helena tries to approach. Tony's like, no, I beg, please. Keep it moving.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. And then we get Meg just whining all the time, still talking about, although what she did say was actually very interesting. She was like, me and Dee don't actually talk.
I had wondered if they did.
She was like, we don't actually, like, there's things I don't really know about him.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. I had truly wondered, because we don't see them have like just chats other than he's fucked up and she's telling them about himself, and then they come back together like, we are so great. Yeah. We're so strong. But I haven't had him even say, I do this with my family. Her say, I do that with my family. So I had wondered if these two were truly talking. And we don't see them lip-sync at bedtime either. So I'd wondered how their great connection was. Like, when is it? Other than her being in his big black arms.
I was going to read the comments, but I think if I read the comments...
I'm trying not to even look at them.
Yeah, so I'll get to the end and then we can come to
Okay, yeah, because on both screens, I'm just looking in the camera. I'm avoiding both sides to not see what folks are saying.
All right, so we get to the morning. It's Tony's birthday. She's 25.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought she was like 27.
She could be 35.
Most definitely. Well, okay, she's just 25.
Right, it's the girl's birthday. She's 25.
Yeah.
So Dijon, again, like, he's such a stirrer. So they're all in the bed, and straight away he's like, is Harrison invited to your birthday party?
Oh God! Did she say yeah? Did she say yeah?
She was like,
He can come.
no comment. No comment. So then we cut to the kitchen. Harrison is writing Tony a card and making breakfast. Man is struggling with eggs. One thing I've noticed
Harrison strikes me as a what a shoot.
about Love Island in general is we have a problem in this country when it comes to basic cooking.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's not funny, it's not cute that there are so many people, so many like young men and women in their 20s, they get into a kitchen and they struggle.
Yeah, they are. Like, I mean, to make eggs is very simple.
Like, out of your depth. Like, it's, are you not embarrassed?
Compared to the breakfast that we're seeing in Love Island USA, where they're making me want to get up and then start cooking food. These guys, the most you're going to get out of them is avocado on toast.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I think Tony got scrambled egg and strawberries. Mad thing. So he's done that breakfast for her. He's written her a card, and yeah, kind of given her.
Was she happy?
Not really. She, like, as he walked off, like, there were some roses he gave her as well, and then she kind of made a stabbing sign at the roses. Sort of thing. So she's not buying it.
Okay, fair.
Even she says to him, like, later on, like, she was like, "Do you think that your card and no, do you think that your breakfast and your card that those bozos helped you write?" Like, she has some liners that I do like. But anyway, so we cut to Tony and Shakira. Basically, and Tony is telling Shakira she is done with Harrison, and she's gonna
finally.
Yeah, so she's like, "I'm gonna take him to the terrace in a minute, and just tell him it's done." So
why are you even taking him terrace?
Because she wanted to make him. She wanted to create nerves. So it was intentional to make him think, "Oh, raw, what's
going on?"
Yeah. Sort of
oh my God.
So she walks over. She's like, "Can I take you to the terrace?" Everybody's like, "Oh," sort of thing. And even Harrison actually, to be fair, he earned the title of pussy in this thing. the level of nervousness. I was like, "Rude, you're on a full-on television show. Like, do you think she's got a gap?" And he's gonna, like, I don't understand why there's this level of nerves.
He's just a child. Yeah. So oh God.
He follows her up, and basically she's like, "Harrison, you made your bed. Yeah, I am picking for you. Yeah, so you can lie in it. Yeah." And he's like, but you know, I just want to talk to the both of you. She's like, "No."
Oh, so he's still trying to maintain.
He's still.
Come on, pussy. So he, even when she's giving him an out, he's still trying to be like, let's still chat.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to talk to the both of you. She's
like,
no.
Come on, Harrison.
Like, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
so I'm giving you an out. It's done. I'm done. I'm telling you it's done. Like, do you know what I mean? You can go and be with Helena.
Yeah, that's who you wanted.
Yeah. And then she drops that line about the recycled flowers, and I think that was actually a really great line. And then he's again like just showing his immaturity. So, and he's like, "So what? Didn't the breakfast make you happy?" Do you think that you were going to make her a subpar breakfast, and then she was going to be like, "Harrison, my man"?
Yes, basically, and just let him go around and lips up Helena in between her getting vexed at him, and so he can be like, "Listen, I said I'm open. You're a dickhead, an absolute dickhead." I'm glad she just like ended it.
So she ends it. She walks off, and he actually, whether he's playing or not, genuinely in that moment looked distraught.
Yeah.
Nah,
he's just a pussy.
It could be that he's distraught that the game is crumbling, but he looked distraught in that moment for a second.
Fool.
So anyway, we cut to Harry and Helena, his favorite couple, and they're flirting, and they're just kind of their usual kind of
on day beds or something.
Yeah, on day beds, sexual type of banter going back and forth. But Emily's there, and basically, in a way, she kind of tells him to shut up. Like you can see Emily, she's not really on it.
Yeah, I can imagine. She strikes me like that woman. Straight. Yeah, that would be like I'm not for.
Yeah.
I'm not for the witchy shenanigans.
This is the thing. The funny thing is like Emily coming in and aligning herself consciously or unconsciously with the witches.
Yeah,
they're actually not her people.
No, it's just they were
straight down the line. I'm a good person.
They were just nicer. Than Shakira and Tony were to her.
Yeah, but
Helena's she can be with Meg. But Helena's shenanigans, I think she would literally be like, "I don't move with slags." She would just be like, not that girl. She's loose.
So, where are we now? Meg and Dijon. She's like, oh, we need to sleep.
I was just about to say, did she say, can we go for a chat?
And so finally they speak about Billy Kiss. He said that he let her know that he's happy, he's open to chats. No one in here can match you though, blah blah blah. And then she starts moaning about how he hasn't checked on her all day, and I was this close to stabbing my eyeballs because I'm just like,
we've had this talk before, haven't we? Each time a bombshell comes in, they have this same chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like thing. And so then we've got Shakira and Harry. And say what you want about Harry, but he's a grafter because he's slowly starting to make progress. He's slowly starting.
It's not even a day.
Yeah, I'm like, you have to rate Harry. As much as it pains me to say it, and I'm disappointed in Shakira, but so he's just there begging. He's like, I want to make you happy, blah blah blah. She's talking about, the disrespect is still there, this, that, and the other. And she's like, I can't get any assurances from you because I've seen how you behave, sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know why you do it. And then they said, what was the line that you dropped with Helena?
About the self-sabotage.
Yeah, you dropped a similar line.
Oh, not when it's going so good, like, and then I just back out. He's like, I just don't know if I deserve you. Oh.
And then at that point, they touch as well. I was like,
yeah. It's what he does. Because then it's like, I can save him.
And it's like they're looking at each other, and you can see he wants to kiss her. And the last minute, you see his brain says, "It's not now, Harry.
It's too soon."
Yeah, and he goes in for the hug, and they hug. And I knew then,
he's a shark.
I knew then that this silly girl,
she's having it. Yeah. So they get ready for the night. For Tony's birthday. Boys say it's going to be a big night for Harrison. I'm not sure why. But Billy Kiss and Ryan, they have a little debrief. Ryan, he said he's not getting the vibe back from Shakira, basically. Oh, so he knows.
He knows, sort of thing. And then Billy Kiss, again, she's like, talking to Connor is easy. He's good vibes. And then Ryan's even like, is it the Irish thing? Because it might be the Irish thing, but genuinely we get along. I like the guy, sort of thing, yeah. But then again, she moves on to Dijon, and she was like, but he was really eyeing me up and sort of thing. And, I'm a believer that kind of actions speak a lot as well. And the actions that I'm getting from Dijon, I feel like say,
it could. Yeah. But right. Dijon is Dijon, and he's just a big ass flirt.
Yeah. So Harrison is sitting with Connor and basically has told him that Tony dumped him. And he was like, it's hitting me harder than I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
But bro is out here talking about I don't ever want to kiss her or anything. Or is he thinking that is sweet nothing to Helena?
I don't know.
What a chief.
But what I did like is that Connor was advising against Helena.
Was saying that she's a slag.
You don't need to go there, bro. Yeah, you don't. So,
I know we can't say that on television, but
I like Connor.
This is the thing. I feel like Connor is the only one that will tell people the truth.
Yeah.
It's just not everybody asks him for his advice because probably he's going to tell you the truth. Yeah. But good. Well done.
And then we got another boring scene of Helena saying to Emily, I don't want to go back to Harry, but it's like, we know you do.
Why are you telling Emily?
And Emily's like, again, she's like, you know what you want to do. Your heart was, you know what you want to do. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, let's not do this.
Coming to whine on my shoulder. Schlag.
And then we get Alima and Ben on the terrace.
Oh, wow. So this it's a thing. Terrace is kissy time.
Grabs his hand, tells him how he's unique. His energy is... No, sorry. He says she's unique. Her energy is unmatched. All this. And I'm just like, I beg, please.
So it's a thing. Because this is day 2.
They are on it. They are on it.
Is she looking into his little blue eyes? Has he got blue eyes? I don't even know what his colour eyes are. But she likes him.
Yeah. So anyway, Tommy gets a text.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah. Tommy. Okay.
Everybody to the fire pit.
Okay. Yeah. No, I saw that in first look that there was a fire pit moment.
Billy Kiss and Ryan they go to the front.
So they switched it up this time. Now the new people can pick.
Relax.
Okay, sorry. All right, go on.
Billy Kiss and Ryan,
Yeah.
they're at the front. Cut to Meg. Meg whispers, it's going to be still. I'm in hypertension. So the boys have to stand if they want to recouple with Billy Kiss.
Oh, one of those ones. Like what they did with Shakira.
Who stood up?
Oh, obviously Connor.
Mm-hmm.
No, did John stand up?
Of course not, because he's a pussy.
Oh.
Only Connor stands up.
Oh, piss off. Wait, she just got one.
Only Connor stood up.
Okay.
But in all fairness, even
Giorgio could have just thrown his...
But we only saw her have conversations with OT people. I'm sure she had conversations with more, but we've only seen her have...
For the visual stimulation of it, I just wanted her to have more guys. Yeah. Okay, so Connor... So she has to couple up with him. Because you can only couple with the person that... Right.
So that means Alima now stands up, moves to where Billy Kiss is. So she stands next to Ryan. And so then another text comes in. And it's like, right, girls, stand up.
No.
If you want to be coupled with Ryan. Nobody stands.
Why didn't Alima just stand up then?
No, Alima's standing next to Ryan.
Oh, so she...
Yeah.
She couldn't just now be like, I want him.
So...
Hang on, so nobody stood up for Ryan?
Nobody stood up for Ryan. Tony did not stand up for Ryan. Like, Tony, look at the situation that you are in. Why would you not stand up for Ryan?
Oh, because she didn't like him.
As a strategic move, why are you not standing up for Ryan?
But she didn't like him, though. I get it, but, like, you're standing up because you want a couple with him, but she didn't like him, then you don't want a couple with him.
Yeah. So nobody stands up.
Right.
So we've got Alima and Ryan standing at the front. We get another text.
No.
Alima and Ryan, you are now single and are dumped from the island. 1 in, 1 out, y'all. 1 in, 1 out.
How has she really gone? Or did
she has gone.
There's no side quest.
Guys in the chat. Well, from what we've seen, she's gone. She's gone. It's over.
How have we had my girl in there for 2.5 weeks? This is the first time we see her with any personality or a love connection, and she's gone home.
Yeah.
Only ITV like to piss us off.
Yeah. Right, let's go to the comments. Zeta Harold says, morning team. I watch Love Island with my 17-year-old daughter, and she laughed in the episode that Harrison said that he hasn't cracked an egg that sent her. Yeah. Wild. Like, what have you been doing with your life? Will Smith says, people of the chat, we are nearly... Thank you for your patience. Suzanne, as for Ryan, anyone with turkey teeth is just such a turn off.
Ryan can piss off. He can go home because I don't even know how he got in there in the first place. But Alima...
But it just says Ben was like...
Did Ben cry?
Ben and Alima. Grand opening, grand closing. And I'm not...
How is Alima leaving before Ben?
Yeah, it's... now you understand, right? Now you understand.
What in the...
Right.
I mean...
Right. KW says, oh, Nana, this ending is going to hurt.
I'm so pissed off. I cannot believe they did this. I was... Oh my God, it's just coming to me, the hopes that I had for the Black Sisterhood, the scenes, the looks that they were gonna, where they could go with this, the brand deals that they could have, the best friendship that we would be able to see, the new thumbnails that I would be able to make with the two of them on there. I think I'm gonna write a letter about this.
Hilarious. Will Smith is literally doing the countdown. He's like, wait for it. The air is about to turn blue.
No, this is actually out of order. I'm so I didn't have the phone that I use for the group chat.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna read what they've said. Mm-hmm. And then when you said you want to know, I was like, actually, I have to avoid everything now because I don't want to know. But in my heart of hearts, all I was hoping for was that it was Meg. Yeah. I didn't see Alima. I forgot she was coupled up with Connor. I didn't see. She was the last person I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Because we had 2 black girls in there and friendships sell. I thought that ITV would want to.
No, sir. No, sir. Inner Greek says it's a bit harsh on Ryan. He just wasn't right for Love Island. He wasn't.
No.
He really wasn't. Muna Adan, which I believe is a new name. So welcome, Muna. Thank you for joining the family. Whilst you're here, please click the like button. Please subscribe. She said, I don't get why they are making people stand up in the first place. Yeah, I don't like this thing. I don't like it.
No, you just select who you want to be with and all of that. And
I think like we need to go back to like the bombshells just being able to come in and, you know what I mean? But yeah. Where else? Ben would have saved whatever. No, custom producers are taking the piss like, are we watching now? Yeah, brilliant. KW says, I've got a £90 dark green fur jacket from £25 from New Look Sales. Then Diddy was denied bail. My day was going so well. I was wondering where you were going with that comment. Oh, hilarious.
Oh, serious? They denied Diddy's bail as well?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow. Yeah.
Total Carnage from USA. Friendships sell when they ain't black, unfortunately. Wilson says it was the right thing to happen.
Oh, you've always hated Alima. You're the last person I want to hear from today. The very last. Right, carry on.
Clearly, ITV makeup department has only so much Fenty Shade 470 to go around. Billy Ricky's makeup will improve next episode. Just you wait and see. Will.
Yeah, Belle was denied. Okay.
Yeah. So I wish they would have said who will stand up for Alima. Then Ben could have got.
Yeah, exactly. Why didn't they do that?
Yeah. Why do they keep saving Tony? We have seen her do patented rant enough. Yeah, I agree. My address. Inner Greek says the producers have thrown 3 bombshells at Dijon and he won't budge. At some point you just got to be like,
we don't just let him and Mog carry on about their business. This is utterly ridiculous.
NL, I think this is also a new name. Welcome, NL. Hit the like button, please. Please subscribe. There's no point in the bombshells picking Dijon. He ain't moving from his mate. But that's the point, though. I think because we know he isn't moving from his mate, the relationship needs to get tested. So Billy Kiss should have been allowed to pick Dijon. And so now he has to spend time.
Yes.
And Meg has to back up.
Yes.
Now, if after that, you're like, my Meg.
Because you haven't been in a bed. He hasn't been in a bed with another girl. He hasn't had that time with somebody. It's actually annoying that they did this. They did it on purpose. They did it to crash all of the black women's dreams that just wanted to see a black friendship, that just wanted to see 2 black girls on there. They did it. They ITV, strike again.
Yes, I'm afraid so. It was going so well, and then my keyboard started going crazy again. Right, where are we at? Erin J says, Nana, I've always said black people need not apply. This is a space for white women to. I mean, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, Love Island is also just a microcosm of what goes on in wider society. And, I don't think we can really be surprised at this point. KW says, I hate that only people of Meg and Tony Hugh are allowed to build friendships.
Basically.
Yeah. Like that year when Whitney was in it, was it Whitney's year? It was quite a melanated year.
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
But there was another one as well.
Season 5.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So basically we got 3 years before that's happening again.
Yeah, I think we're due.
Arseholes.
My address says, I have to agree with you, Nana. They obviously told Ben to couple up with Helena to set all of this up. Yeah. I think, you know what it is like, I get from a producer's perspective is that you have to create a show. But I just think that the ratio of producer meddling to allowing things to naturally happen is a little bit too high. And they just need to pull back a little bit. And
just checking their biases, because for a set amount of weeks, the bombshell would come in and they didn't even have the first choice pick. They were in the melee with everybody else, like how it's going to go. So now you have these guys come along. It shouldn't be no stand up for anything shit. It should be you are allowed to pick who you want. But they also didn't want Meg to go. So you were just setting everything up for Dijon and Meg to win. You've decided this is the couple that we want, despite you guys wanting it to take place or not. It's annoying.
So thank you, Psyop. Psyop just said you didn't tell her what Shakira said at the end. And I was like, what did Shakira say? And then I picked up my notes and I was like, wow.
What did Shakira say?
Because at this point, I was like, man, I like you. Yeah. So Alima's leaving. She's packing up. All the girls are rallying around doing the same thing, blah, 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 blah.
But they're crying and stuff.
Yeah. Like, just kind of emotional girls. Shakira says, promise me you won't text Ramel.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I was like, what kind of bad man behavior is that? If she wants to text Ramel, let her text Ramel. What's it got to do with you? Meanwhile, you can't even manage Harry inside the house. And you're telling her not to text Ramel. Is the least strongest couples. Yeah, I think
we're back.
Casa Amor is going to be absolute carnage. Is it just me? Who doesn't have the sound also? Oh my gosh.
Oh, don't we have sound? We should have. Keep on talking so people can.
So it's a minute silence. They are back. Yes, Sora. Guys, just say in the chat if you can. Can you hear us? Let us know.
Is our sound back and our visuals are back?
Yes. Like
it's a minute silence.
They are back. They are back.
Are we back? Are we back?
They are back. It's back.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging in there.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a minute silence for Alima. I don't think we need a minute silence for Alima.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Like 5 seconds will do.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
She's out of here.
I would, though I didn't want her to be with Ben, I was curious to how this was going to go.
Listen, do you know what I think?
That is sad, man. She got done bad.
The ancestors were looking down and they said, not for us.
No,
Alima.
The producers were like, we don't want too many black stories. They're assholes.
I don't know why you would want her to have a storyline with Ben. I actually prefer her being out.
Maybe that's why they got her out. They were like, we don't want you to have a storyline with Ben.
I think that's a good thing. Like, yeah.
Then Ben has to go as well. Like, this isn't... Why is he still there?
This is also true. Like,
it's not fair.
There's no need for Ben. Like, I just think, like, when Ben was really showing his kind of misogynistic, toxic side, I was like, why is he still here? Why did you say this?
Man. Or maybe they're going to wheel her back out in Casa for Ben to pick her.
Listen, they better bring Melissa before they bring Alima.
Hello. We got to 44 minutes, 10 minutes after usual.
But yeah, here we go. Zita said, what is sad is I watched the Love Island podcast and Ramel London said that in the chats with Alima, he said her type was Ben.
Yeah, that's what someone told us yesterday.
So he wasn't surprised at all at what was unfolded. Yeah.
So why didn't... Hang on, who picked Alima? Oh, no, obviously Connor picked Alima.
Yeah.
No, weren't Alima last?
When
they were picking the girls. You know what? Whoever said it was set up, because Ben had a chance to pick Alima in the last recoupling. Why didn't he pick Alima? He picked Helena.
Yeah. Yes.
But if you liked Alima, why wouldn't you have picked her? No, they said she got done. She got done. Justice for Alima. This was out of order.
Maya just says Alima and Ben probably had the best chemistry of any couple of the season. I don't know if I agree with that. It was for me, I feel like it was too short-lived for us to say that.
This is a setup. This doesn't make any sense.
You're actually annoyed. This is hilarious.
This is a setup. This is a setup. No, she got done. Yeah. She got done.
Yeah, so that's what's happened. That is where we are.
So we're back to one black girl again.
Mm-hmm. That's your lot. That's your quota. That's all you're getting.
And so she may not have even have wanted Connor, but Connor is the one that stood up. Mm-hmm. So that's who she's going to get. Mm-hmm. Did Connor cry? Because Connor's been crying his eyes out. Did Connor cry that Alima was going?
Not that I remember, no.
Who shed some tears?
I don't know if anybody shed tears. Guys, tell me in the chat. I don't really recall anybody really shedding tears, but I was kind of distracted at the time. Online says, Alima is from Scotland. A lot of people of colour, POC females, are often only surrounded by Scottish white men, so naturally the desire to be with one is always there, including Alima. Maya just says, look at Ben's body language. He was actually almost offended when Alima joked that Ben was really feeling her. I hate to say it, but Ben was actually into her. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Will Smith says, that's the problem. Who says that he should chase her? Nothing wrong with her putting it on him. KW says, Dijon didn't stand up for Billy Kiss, and that's why Alima was dumped. It's all his fault. Well, the thing is, Dijon is playing a game. He knows if he stands up, Meg is going, and he's going to be the bad guy. So he's like, I'm not doing that. What he wanted to happen was he wanted Billikis
to just have the power, just be able to pick.
Yeah.
Which is usually how it goes. Mm-hmm. But oh no, not this time.
Sel, welcome, Sel. Thank you for joining us. Says, I'm just joining now, but you're welcome. But I definitely feel like this was calculated to keep in Meg.
It was, definitely. Yeah. This was all set up that way because they were probably like, this is the way that Billikis is going to go. Which girl are we prepared to sacrifice for this? Alima can go.
Yeah.
To keep flipping Princess Mog in.
KW said they should have asked if anyone wanted to stand up to be with Alima with last one standing goes. Maya just says it's Connor's fault, really. I don't think Connor is into her, really. He should have just... It's not Connor's fault. It's not Connor's fault.
Nah, yeah. Especially Connor's in survival mode as well. He knows if Alima is getting a connection with Ben, in a recoupling, they're going to recouple.
Yeah.
So this is the only connection he kind of has. Yeah. He doesn't also want to start chasing Shakira because Shakira is clearly still into Harry.
Because you're asking him to put their experience before his own.
Yeah. Nah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Nah, this is the production. Yeah. This is to save Mog. This is why they did it.
Blythe, I'm not buying this. So again, Blythe is agreeing with my address. Connor should have stayed or could have stayed in a friendship couple knowing he isn't feeling Billikis. But I disagree. That I believe that he is.
Then Billikis would have been going home then. If nobody stood up for her, she'd be going home with Ryan.
Inner Geek says it's clear they wanted Alima gone, but couldn't do so until they brought another black girl in.
Yeah.
One in, one out. Will
Fuckery.
Smith, you're overthinking it. Dejon don't like Billy Ricky. He was bored and was passing time. No, I think definitely Dejon liked Billy Kiss more than he liked Melisha.
Yeah.
But Dejon is not willing for anybody to pick them. Dejon has to be picked.
Yeah, he isn't gonna step out on a limb in any way. And it would make sense for him not to, because he's in a cushy one. He would know I'm favored. I've had 3 bombshells come after me.
Yeah.
You'd know we are in a winning couple.
Yeah.
Or like at least production want us to go far.
Yeah.
But if I was Meg, I would be like, well, can they throw somebody my way, please? Like, I would be thinking that. But they know they're in a very good place. They haven't been in the bottom for anything. They know they're in a good spot so far. So he ain't going to throw it away yet. Absolutely not.
But I do also think that if Meg is given a bombshell, she, depending on who the bombshell, and we said it not too long ago, that like if the bombshell is absolutely her type, I think she will sack off Dejon.
Yeah.
I think she will sack him.
And I wouldn't blame her. He's had a bit of fun, and he could get taken.
NL says, dare I say, Billy Kiss deserves someone better than Dejon.
Definitely.
But also don't think Connor is that into her. So
I don't
hopefully Casa has some good choices. But looking at the male bombshells, I have no hope.
Absolutely. And now I hear you, because they've
Not
been
even just the male bombshells, all of the bombshells. Like,
no, the women have been better than the guys. The guys, we have Giorgio. Like, the guys have not been looking. Remember what we all look like.
Yeah.
Ryan's gone off as well. Even having paper mache, who's a good looking dude, 0 personality. They haven't given much options for the girls, really. That's why Harry is looking like a catch.
Yeah.
Because he's got a bit of personality. But realistically, in another year, Harry ain't that hot either. It's like when they had Ronnie in. It was just a poor showing of guys. So Ronnie, even with his Tipex flipping hair, still was a catch to people.
Ronnie, anyway, he needs to thank God every day. Yeah. The Militia and Billy Ricky aren't bombshells. Just will behave yourself. Like, bro.
Will likes Meg.
Yeah, Meg lover. Sibs the Jim Jam says Alima did nothing for 99% of the time. Now she wants to build and connect with Psycho Ben. See you later, Alima. Thanks for wasting our time. Karma for binning king. Yes, Sibstar.
Sibstar?
Yes, Sibstar.
Are you Ramel's basher account? I'm wondering. Is this Ramel?
Wow. Suzanne says, Meg is a future. It's me and the kids from now on. Do you know how that one line, which is so diabolical? I rate it.
It's just me and the kids.
I rate it.
Oh my God, Suzanne, that is the truth. You can see it though, innit? You can see it. You can see it. That's flipping hilarious.
Sel says, I also feel bad for the bombshells as well, because isn't it usually supposed to be their choice?
Yes.
It almost feels like they have to perform and bend over backwards just so they can stay in it for a bit longer. I think it's wild that you would fly Ryan out, have him on for like...
Hang on, where's Ryan from?
Well, I'm saying fly out to...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Have him there for like, not even like you got half and half an episode sort of thing.
Yeah. So what did he do? In its longest form, he did 48 hours.
Yeah. And send him back again.
It's bang out of order.
Unless he pops up at Casa. But
no, they seem to just be getting through people like. But that's how I feel about like Caprice and even Poppy. Why are you just bringing them in for 48 hours and then you're going to send them back home? And it's, especially Caprice. Though. Yeah. Caprice came along like she had personality. So why would she not just be a bombshell? I think it's weird. It's using people like they're very disposable. Yeah. Like, I don't get it.
Sibster Jim Jam says the golfer is boring. I'm glad Ryan. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm also glad that he's going.
We didn't need Ryan in there. He weren't going to add
but
anything.
I do think it's out of order. Like, it is a waste of somebody's time. Suzanne says Dijon may as well just give his life up. He'll never have any fun with it. Like, he won't. He won't. Like,
he'll be that long-suffering guy that whenever he does anything like remotely fun, it's going to be inappropriate because he's just kept indoors, or he'll have to ask to go out.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I went out last week, lads. Like, 2 more months,
gotta get a pink slip from the missus.
Yeah, one of those. But then he'll run away with probably her best friend, and she will say the lines, "It's just me and the kids."
It's me and the kids. Blythe Winter says even single Tony didn't stand up for Ryan. Who does she think she's going to couple up with? It's true.
She was like, "I'll go home."
Yeah, I think she made a mistake there. I get it. Ryan is boring. I get he's not a bombshell, but she needed to free herself from her situation, and that was going to be the best way to do it.
I would have done it out of spite.
Yeah.
Then Harrison would have gone home. And even if I was sad that Harrison wasn't there, I would have done it to just burn him. Yeah, she needed to, those balls that she walks with, she needed to find them and literally be like, yeah. And then watch him go and be like, you should have stuck with me.
KW said Ryan wasn't a bombshell. Not even a matchstick. Online says Ryan didn't get any play at all. You would think white women would get major play with women. White men would get major play with women, even if average or below average. Yeah.
Not this set.
Nah. No. He's too plain for love.
Yeah, I think he was just a bit too normal.
Yeah. Will Smith said, funnily enough, I thought Alima was the best looking girl in there. What? But waiting for someone to pick you in the villa was just disappointing. It's not the 1950s after all. But that's the game.
And she had just started to come into her element.
Yeah, Tony's sour face and sulking is killing. Yeah, we are over it.
Oh, was she doing it a lot this episode? It's just enough. He just didn't want you. But I also get it.
Yeah.
I also get that it's the third guy to reject you. It's a lot.
Yeah.
To be fair, Ryan is included in. It's a fourth guy. Ryan also wasn't on her.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Sad times.
Yeah.
Sad times. But yeah. So Alima is gone. Billy Kiss is still there with Connor. And yeah.
Oh my God, this has hurt my heart. This has really, really hurt my heart. Okay, so no Alima. All right. Are they gonna? Casa must be here now, because usually somebody like will go and then we get Casa, and I feel like we're due Casa and more. Hopefully it's this week.
Yeah, because also now, like I just don't know what tomorrow's episode could do that would be remotely interesting.
Maybe she's gonna pursue Dijon,
but she's with Connor.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't stop people one more time.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen.
And Elle reckons it's either Sunday or Monday. Yeah.
Okay, that may work. Online says Tony's visa is expiring. She's missing home. UK lots are mocking her as well with the y'all comment, which Americans use a lot.
That like really annoyed me as well. It's just I don't know. Maybe it's just like the immaturity of it. It's just like, yes, she's from America. Yes, she uses different vernacular. No, we don't have to point it out all the time. Like it's just weird. Like, but then even when Tommy was talking to Emily, and he was like, "I've never heard anybody from Wales," and I'm just like,
I know. I when he said, I think I may have met one person. I was like, "Where have you been, Tommy?" But it's Tommy, and Lord knows where he's been. Sibster has a question. Would you have preferred Billikis to stay or Alima? I don't want any of the black girls to go.
Question. Answer the question.
Billikis
To stay.
Yeah,
then you're at peace with what happened today?
No, I'm not at peace with what happened, because there are a lot of other people that should be gone before Alima. Even the girls, there are lots. Like, Tony should have gone. Helena should be gone. Mog should be gone before Alima. But yes, exactly that. Billikis does have more sauce.
Right.
But I was also hoping that Billikis coming in, who just seems to be naturally very confident, I was really hoping that that was going to enable Alima to come out of her shell, because we haven't seen her connect with anybody in a friend way, and everybody else has found a group that has been like, yeah, they've been able to thrive in it. And it's a shame that for so many days we weren't even seeing Alima. She weren't even chatting with the girls. It's just a shame.
Yeah.
I feel like this is really out of order.
Aaliyah Shaw says, imagine if Harrison brought Moesha back. I wondered how her journey would have been. We would be seeing such a beautiful love story right now. It would have brought out all of the best side of Harrison, the best side of Moesha. It would have been a beautiful thing to
I don't think they would have lasted longer than like a day or two.
Haters everywhere.
But at least Moesha would have brought vibes to the villa. I think Moesha definitely would have brought vibes to the villa if he had brought her back. And I like Tony, but Tony actually has been in a funk.
Yeah.
For a really long time. And it's like, sometimes you just got to go home, innit? Yeah. You just need to leave.
Suzanne says, Alima would have lifted Ben up, though, pointed out where he goes wrong, made it a story arc and all that. He's got, you know what? But then to me,
Ben's going,
that's
definitely.
just the thing of like the stereotype of the strong black woman. I'm going to lift my man up. And it's like she doesn't need to do all of that. If Ben can't work out that he's been a dick for himself and work out how he needs to not speak to people in a certain way, he's a grown man. He needs to work that out for himself. Sel says, how would you guys feel if they brought Alima back in Casa?
I want that to happen.
I would yawn. I would yawn.
If Ben is still around, I would like that to take place anyway, just for her to come back.
Sel says, have they done that in previous seasons before? They did it with, was it Grace? Was her name Grace? Not Grace.
No, they did it with Molly and Molly and Zach.
Molly and Zach.
Yeah. And nobody wanted Molly to come back. No one. But for some reason, production was like, you will get Molly and Zach.
She was connected to somebody.
Yes, some one of her family members. But it's bloody annoying.
If Harrison brought Moesha back, Meg would have finished crashing all the way out. Meg got saved from herself.
That would have been good. Yeah. This is the thing. It's why are they doing everything for Meg and Dijon? This is so jarring.
Why would Alima come in for this group of boys for Casa? It's not like Molly where she has something to rekindle. Yeah. Well, no, people,
no, same difference.
People wanted to see, I don't know why, but people want to see what was going to happen with her and Ben.
Yeah. It would be no difference whatsoever, really. Let's see. If you can bring back Molly, who everybody thought was an Egypt, you can bring back Alima.
KW, so moving on to Love Island US. Who was it in Love Island USA that told Amaya that his sister moved to Germany? And she said, Germany and Belgium? He said, no, Brussels in Belgium.
Oh, that was the Israeli guy when they were having a chat. And he was talking about his family are all over the place. I actually thought he was going to say, my family are all over the place. Like they live in Israel, but he didn't say that. Yeah, his sister's in Belgium. And then she said, I'm not good with maths. And I was like, it's geography. But the American education system, people are always talking about it.
Aaliyah. People were doing this in the last episode, touting this idea of Tommy and Emily making it to the final.
They cannot. Tommy is going to go to Casa and he's going to meet the girl that he actually likes. That is happening.
No. Do you know, Will Smith says Amaya is adorable, and I swear down, I said this. Maybe I said it in my head. Well, I said it this afternoon when I was watching it. There is something cute about Amaya.
Oh, she just cries too much.
She definitely does cry. Don't get me wrong, like, she's not anybody that I would advocate to pick or anything like that, but there's a cuteness about her. There's like,
I quite like her. I just want her to stop crying, and she does act like she's being babied. Like she can't hear anything other than "you're great" and "I understand you." It's like, stop crying. You're a big woman. Stop crying.
It's like the thing of reading out the thing that says you cry too much and then crying.
It's like literally. It's like they literally just said you can't hear anything, and then you are acting it out, and then you storm off. The same as Huda. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, just breathe.
I would pick Amaya over Huda any day.
Every single day of the year, I would pick Amaya over Huda.
Huda to me is, and I know this is going to sound like really, really wild, but Huda to me is the type of woman that gets angry and ends up unaliving her partner.
Oh, yeah. Or beats you up. In the process, she knocks her head, calls the police, and says he gave me a black eye.
You're going to prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's given all of that.
She's that way inclined, like, yeah. Or she will kill you and then be like, he was knocking me about for 2 years type of shit and get off.
We got a new name, Miss T.
Hello, Miss T. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Welcome.
Welcome to the family.
Yes.
Miss T says, Tommy reminds me of Candyman from last year.
He absolutely does. We've been saying this. Sean and Matilda.
Oh, yes.
He absolutely is. He is him 2.0. You know how they always bring out the same characters year in, year out. Like, so that's obviously an archetype that they like. Same way you have Harry, Ronnie, same archetype. But yeah. And then Messy Mitch took that archetype to another space. But it's the same man. They're all the same.
Will Smith. I do love this guy. I mean, you could be intelligent and boring like Alima, or slow and fun like Maya. I know who I'd rather see on my reality.
Oh my God.
I can't argue with the logic there, you know. I'm not even going to lie.
My
I cannot
God.
argue with the logic there. So, yeah.
You should throw that into a poll. Who would you prefer, Alima or Amaya?
Boring, slow and fun. Mad.
I hate that. Yes, and Shakira reminds me of Gemma Owens. I get what you're saying. It's just Shakira is a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know, I feel like Shakira is a bit more like Sam, who was first one that... Did she come second with Tom? Or did they win? I think they came second. But that Sam, because there's been a lot of Sammys, that one, I think she is like Shakira. But yeah, they do the same. They have the same chick again and again and again.
Fair enough. Well, that was the episode.
Man, what a shame. That was really sad. That was really, really sad.
It wasn't that sad.
No, it is. Don't want Alima to go.
It's like I'm happy that I've been saved from watching Alima and Ben. I'm like, I thank the ancestors for that. I didn't want to see that. Yeah. Will Smith says, true, and everyone keeps saying how funny Alima is. Imagine if she's like a secret stand-up. That would be hilarious.
And they just didn't show her. Like, everyone comes out and it's like, she was flipping hilarious. Oh,
Gemma, is Yasmin without the sexuality? I don't know about that. I don't know.
I even see that as well. So yeah, did Yasmin actually?
Still there?
I was just about to say, what is Yasmin's purpose now?
Like,
she's just riding along, just bubbling through. Did she even had a chat with Georgia?
She didn't speak to Georgia. I just literally saw her have that small chat
with Ryan.
And it was just like,
even Yasmin was like, I'm not standing up for him.
It's mad, isn't it? Like,
oh God!
Listen, somebody go and check on Ryan, because boy, I would feel so peed off.
I mean, he's in a run with Will. He came in for 2 days. Caprice, Poppy. You know, there's a few of them. They don't last long.
AW says, I'm going to play some gospel. I need to cleanse my soul after the madness of both Love Island USA and Alima going.
Yeah. Love Island USA was a good one. It was a madness. They were all arguing.
Even robot Yasmin had to shed a tear for Halima.
Oh, she did cry. Okay, I was wondering who shed a tear. These are marks. So if people can shed tears for flipping Shay, they should cry for Halima. There should be some tears for Halima. She's been there from the beginning.
Need more than gospel to sort this lot out. I tell ya. Send the tape to the producers.
I want to write a letter to them because I feel like this is bang out of order.
Y'all got time. Listen, she's gone.
I know. I didn't want her to go.
Man, it is what it is.
Okay.
It is what it is.
So we will be back
Tomorrow,
10:15.
Yeah. Wait, why do I feel like something's happening to me?
I know, same, but I don't know. But I think
we're back tomorrow, 10:15, to review what was likely to be an uneventful episode of Love Island, but we pray.
You never know what could take place. What I would like, theories. This would be the greatest episode if it happens. What I want is for Belakis and Dijon to somehow get a moment together, and they just are overcome and they kiss, and somebody spots it and they go and tell Meg, and Meg does a Faye meltdown, crashes out, and is just rampaging through the villa. I would like that scene to happen tomorrow, please, and thank you.
You're tired. Let's go to bed.
You don't think it's going to happen?
Never in a million years. Never in a million years.
All right, let's see. I may get close.
What insanity. Yeah.
Simpson says, I want Halima to answer for her crimes on Aftersun. Ramel deserves the truth.
I will be watching Aftersun this Sunday. Believe that. I hope they put her feet to the fire. Yeah,
oh
definitely.
My God,
Definitely.
You guys. Yes, please, as Suzanne has said, hit the like button. Please, guys, please.
Now.
It really does make a difference.
Now. Yeah.
We should, let's get more likes.
And if you're not subscribed, please also, we're like on the road to 2,000 subscribers.
I know, we're like 60 something away. You guys could make that happen.
Make that happen, please.
You could make that happen by Friday if you really wanted to. Yeah. And we are here every day giving you a review every single day. Please subscribe so that you get notified whenever we go live. It makes a difference. Okay?
Cool. Right. I'm off to bed.
Yep. See you tomorrow. Have a lovely day.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.